Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Today's book is Garbage Guts by Emily Smith and Heidi Cooper Smith. Garbage Guts. In the North Pacific Ocean lives a monster made of trash, a hungry, greedy meanie with a handlebar moustache. And though his name is Garbage Guts, he's often called Big G. He blobs about, destroying all the oceans and the seas. Big G one day was blobbing by and munching on a nappy when dolphins gently splashed him, which made him most unhappy. "These horrid, hateful creatures, I detest them all," he cried. "I'm better than a lot of them," he said with his spiteful pride. So detest means he really hates. "I'm faster than a bull shark, and I'm slicker than a seal. I'm bigger than a whale, and I'm meaner than an eel. I'm sharper than a swordfish, I'm tougher than a clam. And as for the dopey dolphins, I'm much smarter, yes I am." And then he hissed with malice, "I'll make them go away." He then devised a dreadful plan, a bon voyage theory. Get this page. Garbage Guts Great Goodbye Gathering, the party to end all parties. Where? Garbage Guts Home, North Pacific Ocean. When? Saturday, 31st December. Time, 5 p.m. till everyone has gone. At last the party night arrived, and everyone was there. The creatures all were overwhelmed by Big G's grand affair. And as the party hit full swing, the monster said with glee, "Soon I'll be the only thing left living in the sea." That vile and wicked monster carried out his evil scheme. For entree I've made jellyfish, a green sea turtle's dream. For all you fish, a side of soup containing plastic pipes. And to whales he said, "Try these, just packets without chips." But there was more to Mr. G's plan. He hadn't finished yet. He said, "Let's play a dress-up game with this discarded net." And then he watched with sheer delight as chaos rained on down. Some sea life sick from rubbish, while the others feared they'd drown. But then a roaring, rumbling sound made Big G feel quite grim. A monster blocking out the sun was headed right for him. This terrifying creature then began to suck and slurp. It gobbled up old Garbage Guts, then bubbled out a burp. I wonder what that is. Deep inside its belly was a menacing machine, with shredders, claws and furnaces, a horrifying scene. Poor Garbage Guts was panic-struck. His body shook with fear, as two big hulking metal claws began to draw quite near. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen to Garbage Guts. "It's all my fault," Big G exclaimed, ashamed and sorry too, as he was dragged and dropped between the blades that chomp and chew. It took some time for Garbage Guts to open up his eyes, and what he saw before him made him gasp with great surprise. No longer a trash monster, but a million different things, like kitty litter, yoga mats, and seats for children's swings. His spirit bubbled up with joy and fizzy cola too. He felt relieved his wicked scheme had quickly fallen through. So all the rubbish has been recycled. "I've changed my ways," says Garbage Guts, "and now I'm green success. I understand I must be good and not a monstrous mess. I'll educate the humans not to let the monsters win. I'll teach them to recycle. Put your rubbish in the bin." Yeah, and a good little story about making sure we don't pollute our earth. Anyway, have a really good day. Bye.